South. The Indianapolis Colts trying to hold their lead, taking on hard-charging Houston.
Defensive back Sauce Gardner had to leave the game with a calf injury, did not return, but it's Houston handing off to Nico Collins on a reverse. Nice job getting in from 7 yards out. Heck of a football game, a good struggle. Houston on top, though, 20-16 over the Indianapolis Colts. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback for the Jaguars. They've won 3 of the last 4. Second quarter down the middle, cover 2, safety split, so the middle of the field is wide open. There you go. Brendan Strange, 21-yard score. They go for the 2 points. They make it 25-3. Jacksonville on top of Tennessee earlier. Tyrod Taylor making his second straight start. Looking, pressure up the middle. Man coverage, therefore nobody's covering him. Scrambles in from 10 yards out, 24 all. 5 seconds remaining. Here we go, Nick Folks. 56-yarder. It's good. There it is. Jets, 27. Atlanta, 24, Howie. Sorry, buddy. That's the way it goes sometimes in the game of football.
Miami's Tua Tagovailoa, having won 3 straight games, or 2 straight, taking on the Saints. Devin Achane helps them win 21-17. They hang on. They have now won 3 straight and 4 out of 5. And that gets us to our FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Day. Okay, they lost the game, but with a catch like this, Puka Nacua gets the Air Award. 72 yards and a heck of a catch against Carolina. On the ground, Bijan Robinson gets the nod. 142 yards rushing and a touchdown. Also in losing cause, but those are our FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Day. All right, here's a look at the up-to-date picture in the playoffs. In the NFC, yes, the Chicago Bears are the #1 seed as we sit right now. We mentioned the 49ers comfortably in front of the Lions and Cowboys at the bottom of the standings. Meanwhile, over in the AFC, it's the Patriots, the first team to 10 wins, holding the #1 seed right now. The Colts are just trying to stay alive and remain in the playoff hunt. And when you take a look at them, Howie, things have really, a month ago, it looked like, hey, the Colts had wrapped up or were going to wrap up the South. Not anymore.
Yeah, Indy's lost 3 of their last 4 to go to 8-4, and then now they're in a wild card slot. The Jags have won 3 straight to move into the lead in that division. Houston was 4-5. They've won 4 straight. It really is a great division, and Indy's going to play, I think, Houston once. They're going to play the Jags twice. So it's going to come down to
They have Seattle, too.
Yeah.
And San Francisco. They've got a tough stretch to finish the season, Jules.
Yeah, Indy right now, I think that Sauce injury is going to really hurt them. The juice of the team. And then I think Daniel Jones, for sure, is hindered by that broken fibula or tibia, whatever he has, the stress fracture that we just talked about. I mean, I think he's thinking about that when he's playing.
Well, one of the biggest things about him, go ahead, I'm sorry,
No, it's a broke leg. Even though it's a non-supporting bone, as they say, tibia, it's still broke.
And the thing is, fibula.
Yeah. Is it fibula?
It's still broken, and Daniel Jones he's a big quarterback, but he's mobile. I mean, that's the thing. You lose any mobility, that's going to hurt you in every way.
How about Houston? I mean, look, Jacksonville, credit them for staying in it, but this Houston defense has really taken over down the stretch, and they're showing why they're getting hot at the right time.
You can win with defense, plain and simple. When you can get after any quarterback, you can force quarterbacks into making mistakes. Fumbles. I mean, these guys are just flying all over the field. They have the confidence to just send 4 guys after the rusher. And if you can send 4 guys after the rusher, drop 7, that puts pressure on any offense. So I think that Houston, C.J. Stroud coming back today, stepping in. A lot of people going, should he come back? Should they put him in at the starting role? When you have a defense like that, you can let your quarterback work himself back in, but 22 for 35, 276 yards, no touchdowns, but still, I'm pretty impressed about C.J.
And in order to be in a position to get after the quarterback on 3rd down, we talked about it in the pregame. Jonathan Taylor, 21 for 85 yards. It's a good day, but it's not a Jonathan Taylor type day. I mean, he put up over 200 on Atlanta just a few weeks ago. When he's under 100, it puts the onus on the quarterback, and with the quarterback, and I've broken that bone and fractured that bone, and it's painful, weight bearing or not.
Broken bone. And I will say this: isn't it true? Great pitching beats great hitting. Is that right? Is that what?
That's the shit.
That's a great.
Yes.
I'll take a great defense, Giants, and I'll take New England, a great offense, and the defense will beat an offense. I'm a firm believer if Houston gets that thing going there.
Yep.
And Stroud played well today.
Yes.
Been off a while. He played well.
He had one pick, and, we talked about it. You have to play complementary football, particularly when you have that kind of a defense. Play to the strength of your team. Don't put the ball in play, in harm's way. Just they had one turnover, and that's good.
All right, so Houston is hot. It's that time of year you start paying attention to who's heating up at the right time as we can.
The football, DJ Wonnum recovers it for Carolina. Stafford's third turnover of the game. Had not thrown an interception since week 3. Threw 2 today, 1 fumble, 31-28 Carolina over the Rams.
And so the Panthers end the Rams' 6-game win streak. They stay close in the NFC South. We talked about that fumble. Derek Brown forced that fumble at the end of the game. And then after the victory, spoke with Christina Pink.
Quite the signature victory for this team on a day when you guys were shorthanded. This defense with 3 takeaways, including your strip sack late. How were you guys able to get it done?
Man, we got a next man up attitude. We lost some good players last week due to injuries, short week coming in here. Everything was against us, but guys were resilient. Didn't even get a chance to get a pass this week. Just kind of getting back to what we do, the fundamentals, doing what we do every day. That's been the message, and that's what the guys will feel this week.
You talked to us coming into this one about what motivated you, being in contention for the first time in a long time. What did that result do today to help you guys get to that goal?
We came out consistent. We beat a damn good football team. They got a lot of moving pieces, a lot of crazy things happening in this game, but for us, it's just about keep going. Keep going. You get a chance to finally get to the bye week, get all our guys back healthy, and that's been the goal. Get to the bye week, get everybody back healthy, and let's go back to work.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
Tampa has.
This Carolina team, they started off the year 0-2. Now they're over 500. Haven't been over 500 this late in the season since 2022. Dave Canales really turning things around there, Julian Edelman. You take a look at this Rams team. We started the day talking about how good this defense is. Number 1 scoring defense in the league, but they gave up twice as many points as they usually do.
It doesn't matter how good your team is. If you take away the ball 3 times like Carolina did, this is National Football League. Everyone's good. But how about those 2 shot plays on 4th and short for the Panthers? You go out, you get 2 touchdowns, 4th and short. They went out and won that game. And then another thing, you look at what the Rams did. They kept on running the ball. They had 2 running backs over 70 yards. And to go out and continue to throw the ball when they had control of the game, running the ball, that was tough to see. So I bet you Sean McVay looks back on this and says, man, I should have probably just kept running the ball in a weather game.
I guarantee you the Rams will be on that plane going, well, we played a team that was a lot better than we thought we showed up. Yep. And I know the whole West Coast to East Coast and playing, that sometimes affects
indoor, outdoor.
And what was I saying before? The Rams are the only team in the league who doesn't play to the competition. Well, and I don't think they did today because I think Carolina's a lot better than we think that they are. And to watch them match touchdown for touchdown for touchdown and getting the big plays when they need it, to keep the drive to going when they need it, to have that big run right there. These throws where Young was on point today. He's hitting these guys in stride. No one's breaking stride on any of those catches right there for touchdowns. So I think Carolina, these guys can feel it. They can taste it. They want to get in the playoffs. They want to give themselves a legit chance. And today was an eye-opener for not just the Rams, but for everybody around the league.
And for the NFC South, Carolina started the day just a half game behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers found themselves in a dogfight against Arizona.
Hello. Well, that's not Coach John Gruden.
Rice.
That's Simeon Rice going into the Bucs Ring of Honor at the goal line. One back set, turn around, find your Wirfs. Nice job, Tristan Wirfs. Good route, great route, back end route they call that. 2-yard touchdown, 10-0 Tampa Bay, and then here comes Bucky Irvin. A 13-yard touchdown run, Bucky Irvin back. Good to have him back. And now it is official as Tampa Bay goes 20-17 over the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, they got some help back on offense. Baker Mayfield wasn't the best he's been all season, but it was good enough to get a victory. And the conversation afterwards with Allison Williams.
Baker, congratulations. You guys find a way. You said this was a must-win game as it is from here on out. What did it take to get this 3-point win?
Special teams and defense held us in there for quite a while. We would have loved to have finished on our own terms with the ball there in the 4-minute situation, but yeah, we scored enough points to win. That's what matters. A lot of things to improve on, but thought the guys were really, really locked in today.
As you guys make this push in the final stretch of the season, how nice was it to get some pieces out there, especially Bucky Irving being back?
Yeah, I mean, huge. Just to be able to have 3 healthy guys like that, they all do different things really, really well. So Bucky makes a huge difference for us, and they kind of feed off each other, so it was great to have.
You're playing today with a sprained shoulder. How much was that in the back of your mind, or how much did it kind of play a part as you're going through what you're seeing and the decisions you're making out there, especially when you're looking to run?
Yeah, I mean, the goal was to try and get the ball out quick and early and often. Some of the pressures that, I mean, Nick Rallis calls a hell of a game. He's got a lot of pressures he can dial up. But, yeah, sometimes having to hold on to it. But, yeah, just getting the ball out early was the goal, and guys making plays, and I think we did enough just to do that.
Thanks, Big.
Appreciate you.
Well, they did just enough, and by getting Bucky Irving back, they were able to have a balanced offense, 27 runs, 30 passes, and they hang on, get the win, and stay half a game ahead of Carolina in the South. The San Francisco 49ers trying to keep pace in the West, taking on the Cleveland Browns.
There you are. Rookie quarterback out of Colorado, Shedeur Sanders, getting his first home start. Nice job, steps up. The boys are sacking a beautifully thrown ball in between the corner and the safe. That's Harold Fannin Jr. A 34-yarder touchdown, 2-point conversion is good. An early lead, 8-7. But back come Brock Purdy and Juan Jennings. They hook up for a 7-yard touchdown. 2-point try that they tried, did not make it. Didn't matter not, though. 49ers on the road, 26-8. Over the Cleveland Browns.
All right, and right now, Michael, the San Francisco 49ers, 2 games ahead of Detroit for that final wild card spot in the NFC.
Which I think is somewhat surprising, because I think we expected Detroit, to be a little bit, farther ahead. And then you look at San Francisco, all the injuries that they battled, and the injuries they're still facing on defense. You have Warner out, you have Bosa out. You find that you're getting Kittle out for a little bit. He comes back. Purdy's out, comes back. But the guys who came in and filled in for them, upheld whatever they needed to do, stayed in there at quarterback. Mac Jones at quarterback. There was even a question, do you even replace Mac Jones? That's how good that these guys, when they needed them to step up, stepped up. So I'm really impressed by the 49ers, the resilience that they've had this entire season. And I think we all thought maybe their window has closed and maybe it's not as open as it used to be. But, I'm really surprised they are where they are.
Against that Cleveland defense today, are you surprised by those points? I am.
Yeah. Cleveland had the players.
Dang it.
Well, as we said, if they're key people on offense, look, you can't say enough about the job Saleh's done without the personnel on defense.
Mm-hmm.
They've had so many injuries on the defense. If they have their people on offense, and Kyle Shanahan does a great job, and you think about the coaching in the NFC West, it's pretty darn good. Between Seattle, the Rams, and the 49ers, great coaching, and he certainly deserves a big pat on the back.
He doesn't have Ayuk either.
No.
At all, you're amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If their key guys, though, are there. Tight end, wide receiver,
McCaffrey's
left tackle,
the beast, yeah.
McCaffrey, quarterback, now back. They can be in any game.
And Shedeur Sanders gave Browns fans a little more hope. 16 of 25, 149, a touchdown, no picks. Around from that 0-2 start. Let's get some final thoughts, starting with you.
Yeah, you got to look at the Jets. They go out, and we highlighted a player that was on a losing side of the ball with Bijan Robinson. How about Nick Folk, 41-year-old kicker? I played with them a few years in New England. And Tyrod Taylor, another older player. Go out and compete their tails off and come up with the win. The Jets need to have a little something in this thing. I'm a Jets fan.
It looked like a hooded 5-iron, right?
It was
Wasn't the prettiest 56-yard field goal, but it counted.
Yeah.
Mine usually just really like a hook.
Oh.
Not on purpose. I'm not trying to do it. Hit one the other day. It wasn't good. Almost caused me to lose the match. But, I'm a San Francisco 49ers to me. To go out there and have the big win today, pulling them a little bit closer to the Rams who faltered today, always makes that NFC West division, it's always competitive. And these two, still got quite a few games to go. I think Rams in a way have one extra game and maybe